Hey everybody, I'm Molly.
And I'm Dan.
And we are Team Tomes. And today we're talking through why do we focus on the West Side and downtown? I wasn't raised on the West Side.
And I wasn't raised on the West Side either.
Oh my goodness. But back in 2012, I moved to the West Side, to Cheviot. And I distinctly remember somebody saying to me, nobody lives on the West Side. And I was like, I know a lot of people that live on the West Side, and I love it. And so I started a Facebook group called the Westside Cincy Moms, and then eventually the Westside Cincy Families and Friends group. And I've really established my roots on the West Side. We live there, we work there, we go to church there, we raise our family there, our kids go to school there. And so why wouldn't we focus on the West Side?
Yeah, I started going to church on the West Side when I was 9 years old. And I have only gone exclusively to West Side churches since then.
Yeah.
It's a pretty long time.
You know, I mentioned before that we are kind, hardworking people who like to have fun. And I think that that's what the West Side is all about. It is full of kind, hardworking people who like to have fun.
And there are a lot of houses.
There's so many houses. There's so much opportunity, and we know those streets really well.
And we know those people really well.
It's true, yes. So we have an office at 1400 Elm Street. We live 7 minutes from downtown.
We are so close.
We are so close to downtown. And we could throw a rock and hit Northern Kentucky. So we really focus on the West Side and the River Side. I love how easy it is to get anywhere. We can get anywhere in just about 20 minutes. And that's from our house to Anderson. I mean, we focus on this side of town, right? But if we need to get to Anderson, it takes us 20 minutes. So it's so convenient.
I love the variety of houses. The West Side is a very old community. And so there are parts of the West Side, for instance, like East Price Hill, where most of the houses are late 1800s. A lot of houses from the 1880s, 1890s, a lot of Victorians, brick homes from the 1900s. A lot of things that you don't see everywhere. There's a lot of places where you don't see the type of architecture that we have on the West Side. And downtown's the same way. There's a lot of old row houses from the late 1800s. It's a really, really old community, and it's really neat to see what is being done with all these houses.
Yeah. I love the diversity that you get when you're downtown or on the West Side or in the Riverside. There's a diversity among the people and backgrounds, and I think it's a really neat experience as a person and a great place to raise our family because they get to see so many different perspectives. There's also a lot to do. My goodness, we have so many awesome parks. Olden View Park, we have Wilson Commons, we have Mount Echo Park, and that's just all in Price Hill.
Yeah, when you come downtown, you have a ton of parks. You have Riverside.
Mm-hmm. Smale Park.
Yeah.
Washington Park.
Oh my gosh.
Ziegler Park.
And so many of them have had fairly recent facelifts. Like, they're really amazing parks.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
And then the arts. There's so many things to do with the arts and museums. I mean, you have within 10 minutes of us, you have the Taft Museum of Art. You have the Cincinnati Art Museum. You have the Contemporary Arts Center. And that's just to name the three largest.
Mm-hmm. So we just went to a play at the Cincinnati Shakespeare
Company. Yeah.
Yep. That was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh. So downtown, the West Side, even in Northern Kentucky, there are murals that are just so beautiful, so vibrant.
And they're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere you go, there's giant murals of just so many different, whether it's a flying pig. They just put a giant pig on the side of a building. I like the one in Camp Washington of George Washington wearing a dress. Like, whose idea was that? Because it's brilliant.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and we can't forget to talk about affordability. In focusing on the West Side, we hear so many people say, I got to the West Side because this was the side of town I could afford. Houses are much more affordable on this side of town.
There's also a lot of restaurants that we really love. I can't name them all right now. We'll have to talk about that in a future video.
We should definitely do a video on our favorite restaurants and my favorite coffee shops. It was great to talk with you today. Make sure that you like and subscribe and follow along for more.